Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the 105 leFH18B2, the French Tier 5 premium SPG that most people know as a leFhy or a leaf blower. We know as Fifi La Pew Pew. And this one's located on the south spawn of Lakeville, and it's under the command of Targy of 3RTR. Now he's making his way off so he can shoot down the valley, and there's another Fifi on his team. And well, let's see how they get on. He's going to take the position closer to the rocks than the other one, or is he going up? Oh, he's going up the slope. Now this is an interesting move, because from up the slope you might not be seen from the pass, but you can actually get very good shots on the enemy tanks at the other end of the pass. It's quite a dangerous position if the enemy gets anywhere near your cap, but it can be quite exciting for the damage you do to the enemy tanks and they try to get through the pass. Okay, well, enemy tanks have turned up at the pass already, and the Panzer IV Aslains H, Targy's dialing in. Here we go, rounds out, lands just alongside him. Now he's loading standard HE, but he does have heat rounds just in case the heavy tank turns up. Rounds out in the heavy KV1, lands just in front of him, but the next round will probably be a lot closer. Rounds out, that's a hit. 121 first hit he gets. Gonna go again. Rounds out, and another hit. 144 this time. You can see how effective it is actually firing from this side up the side of the wall. It is dangerous because you can get seen and killed if the enemy gets close enough. But look at the damage he's doing to that KV1, and he's out the game now. That Panzer IV Aslains H thinks that he's safe there, but he's not. And he's now been tracked and hit. That M10 RBFM also thinks he's safe. He's not. But he pulls back just in time. Gonna try and get a shot on this Panzer IV Hydrostat. Rounds out. A hit for 160. Okay, he's going back for the same guy again. In fact, he's got two together now. And he hits the Hydrostat in favour of the M10. He was blocking the shot. Well, the Hydrostat was blocking the shot. Go for the M10 this time. Rounds out. It actually did 31 hit points of splash. Okay, he's still going for the M10. And he's got him. Okay, the Hydrostat's still there, and so is that Panzer IV Aslains H. There's the Hydrostat. That one landed shallow. He needs to let this one dial in before he shoots. Oh, he's still got a hit though. 180, it hit the turret. Going for it again. Adjust your aim. There's the Panzer IV running away. He realises he's in trouble, and he's wiped out. That shot must have penetrated. Okay, the Hydrostats come back. These rounds will penetrate through 53mm of armor. They've got 410 alpha and 1.91 meters burst radius. I think we just saw the tracer from one of the enemy arties who's just behind that rock. Not that one there, actually towards the center. He's firing in this direction though. There's one of them. And the AMX-13 F3. Oh, there's the M10. Okay, he's fallen back. Sitting on the corner, but we can see where the enemy are because they're showing up on the map. Oh, big hit! Penetrating shot on the M10 RBFM. And the enemy Fifi's had to hug the rock now because he knows we've spotted him, and he knows that if he stays out there he's going to get wiped out. That was a blind shot. But our teammate in the other Fifi also seems to be focusing in the same area. Now, so far, Targy appears to have 20% of the enemy hit pool from all the damage he was doing. And now we've got two enemies pop around. There's the AMX-13AM, he's out. T-67, there comes the enemy Fifi, rounds out. Well, he did get a hit, but it was a splash for 106. And he's managed to get into cover now. And all of the tanks on our team in the valley have been wiped out. Now that may seem bad, but the fact of the matter is we seem to be doing it well elsewhere. And I think that Targy's decided that he wants to go down the valley and attack the enemy cap himself. He's working on the basis that the enemy tanks will have actually gone to cover the other routes. Now they've been wiped out in the valley. That might come back to bite him in the bum though, because there's an M10 RBFM down there and they are very accurate shooters. The thing in his favour is the fact that the Fifi does actually have the best view range in the game for an Arty, 390 metres, so he should be able to spot the enemy fairly quickly, but they will probably also spot him because he's also very tall. In fact, it's the height of the Fifi that actually gives it the high view range, because it is basically a heavy tank with an artillery piece mounted on top of it, so it is quite tall. Okay, he's got support from the Stug 3G, so if the enemy is around there, he's going to let the Stug go first, because he can still hit the targets from behind the Stug, looping the shell over the top of him. Can't see the M10. He fired a blind shot down there. Okay, he's decided to go down the other side. That might be a bit dangerous. But then, no risk, no reward. The Stugs decided to come down this channel as well. If the M10 is there, he's going to be the first one to see it. No, the M10's changed position. He's actually on the corner. We know where he is now. Stug just found him. Now, he hasn't found the T67 yet. The enemy do have a T67. The Chaffee, we know, is a bit closer to the town. And there's the Chaffee. He's come back, and he did spot us, and we now know where the T67 is as well. The Stug's just taken the M10 out, but the Chaffee's a good player, so he's trying to get at the Stug, and the T67 might try to come around the corner to deal with targy. Might be a mistake for the T67 though, because he has very low armor, and that's a big hit on the T67. But remember, he's got that 76mm gun. And yes, he can keep firing that fairly accurately and fairly quickly. He's had to retreat a bit, but our teammates are getting closer. And the T67 is caught between the Devil and Deep Blue Sea, because if he goes after us, our teammates will take him from the rear. And here's the Chaffee, he's auto-aimed on, but he can't get the gun down in time. And our teammate in the other Fifi gets the kill. Very nice for him. He was actually following up behind us. He's not that far behind, but he got a shot on the move. Okay, let's see what he can do. There's only the T67 and the Matilda Black Prince on the enemy team. Matilda's down by the town, so it's only the T67 really, but look at the number of hit points that Targy's got. 3. Just 3. 1, 2, 3. So one shot from that T67 and he's toast. That's why he needs his teammates to spot where they are, and if he pops his head out, to blast the T67 as quickly as possible. Matilda's come back from the town. I'm sure that T67 is just sitting on the corner, waiting. Targy's decided he's going to go the safe route. Mind you, is there anywhere safe from a T67 when you've got low hit points? Only needs one round and he'd be out the game. Okay, he's taking aim so he can get shots on the Matilda Black Prince. And his teammate in the other Fifis decided to set up alongside him. There's the Matilda. Okay, so he can hit this guy, but he's suddenly got a red line. Can he get it? He's threading the shell between the building. Oh, it hits the building. And his teammate in the Fifi just took a hit. And I think it was the T67 who did it. Oh, he's auto-aimed on. Ouch. Yes. Didn't work out so well. The Stug's coming around the corner. That T67 won't last very long. Stug's 75mm gun is very good at extracting damage, and it's the other Fifi who takes the kill shot. I have a sneaking suspicion that the other Fifi was actually hit by the T67, but it's now just the Matilda Black Prince left in the game. He's there. We can see him. So it's now down to the enemy, to our Fifi to get a shot in. Unfortunately, Matilda's just got taken out, or just taken out our Fifi, so he can't do it. So it has to be these three guys, the KV-1 Shielded, the Panzer IV Ausführung H, and the Stug 3G. And that's a good shot from the Panzer. Come on, you can do it. The Stug's trying to shoot from between a gap. And targy can't work out which viewpoint he wants to take. Come on, KV1. That's it. And that is a win. Well, that was a nice little Fifi game. It was a first-class tanker for targy of 3 RTR in the 105 leFH18B2. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he managed to get, I think that's 13, isn't it there? As well as a high caliber, because he did deal the most damage in the game. And look at that win rate, 6,123 Super Unicum standard. And that was a pretty good battle overall. He did a vast amount of damage, hitting the enemy tanks at the pass, and that's what really blunted the enemy attack. And you can see that that position up on top of the hill, although it's dangerous, it is still very, very good at generating damage on the enemy. So it's worthwhile if you can take the risk. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, he managed to get 2,258 hit points. The other Fifi on his team got 695, so you can see the position did really help him. Plus, of course, the fact that targy is an expert player. So good damage for targy. The second highest damage in the game was actually the T67 on the enemy team, 1,792. And the third highest damage was the KV1 shielded with 1,734. He also managed to get a steel wall in that game. When it came to kills, it was actually the T67 who did the best. He got 4 kills. 3 kills went to targy, also to the KV1 shielded and the KV1 on his own team, and the M10 RBFM on the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, it was the KV1 shielded who came out on top with 1,052. 942 went to targy and 832 went to the KV1. Targy fired 27 rounds in that game, got 13 direct hits and 2 penetrations on the enemy. Yeah, I think we saw which ones were penetrating shots. One of them was on the Panzer IV, and I think the other one might have been on their Hydrostat. We can just check that actually, just to make it absolutely certain. Yes, he did get a shot on the Panzer IV. Did he get one on the Hydrostat? No, it wasn't the Hydrostat, but it was on the M10 RBFM. So yes, he did get one on him. So if we go back to the details, we can see that he fired... got 14 splash on the enemy as well, 2,258 hit points of damage, 2,101 of that was done at more than 300 meters, so there was a little damage done at close range. 4 hits received, 4 penetrations. Yeah, it's a bit difficult taking on a T67 with that 76mm gun, because they are such rapid firers and they tend to be fairly accurate. And of course, you only need about 3 or 4 shots from one of those and you're almost out of hit points altogether. In fact, he was lucky it was 4 shots to take him down rather than 3, because he must have got some low rolls in there as well. 7 enemy vehicles damaged, 3 killed, 103 hit points of damage assistance. He earned 49,310 from the battle, got a compensation, got a reward for completing the mission and events, and after repair and ammunition resupply took away a profit of 52,407 credits. He also picked up 6,217 XP because, of course, there's a bonus for being a premium vehicle. And, of course, he got the completion of mission and events. So, very well done to targy. Nice game. The one thing I would say about him, though, is whenever there's a T67 on the enemy team, yeah, be very careful. Those things are lethal and frequently used for, what's the word? Well, seal clubbing. So... It wouldn't be a good idea for a Fifi to take on a T67 unless it's at long range. At short range, that thing is quite deadly because, of course, he'll get off at least 2 shots in the time that it takes you to load 1. So beware. I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And, of course, please do remember we've got 2 channels, not 1. Just what Arty Noobs for this video, and the general, which features pools medals without any commentary whatsoever. Really great games. Thanks for watching.